Hello and welcome, I'm Dante from Low Mana, and today we're taking a look at something a little bit different, at least when it comes to Overwatch. The Overwatch team released a video from Jeff specifically in the Korea region that addressed some of the negativity around Overwatch and Blizzard's approach as a whole to toxicity in their games. With players cheating and toxicity in general being a concern for many in the fanbase, a large part of the community has been getting concerned with the lack of action, or somewhat visible action against these people. Overwatch and Blizzard have been introducing new measures recently, but from an external perspective it feels very slow to say the least. Although action in the more official capacities within the Overwatch League has been making headlines, this video from Jeff himself, primarily aimed at the Korean community, gives us a glimpse of what they've been working on. First up is related to abuse or otherwise reportable chats. They've been spending a lot of time creating an AI that can read the chat scripts and identify chat that breaks the rules, regardless of it being reported. Currently, this will only be working for English, but other languages will be worked on soon, starting with Korean. Although this technology is interesting, it shouldn't have too much impact on the actual experience, unless it manages to clean up a large part of the toxic player base before you even run into them, which I think anyone who's played a Blizzard game would be thankful for. The next update revolves around reporting people yourself and specifically adding a response feature. If you've played other online games, this will probably sound familiar, as it's an update we're starting to see more often across the board. Essentially, if you report a player for any reason, you will soon be given a notification on any action that occurs as a result. This obviously won't tell you what the action was, but your feedback resulted in someone being banned, suspended, etc. This helps players feel like their reports actually mean something and increases the chance players will use these features. Which brings us nicely into the next set of more mysterious social updates coming to the game. We will be seeing 3 new social features designed to emphasize positive experiences rather than highlighting the negatives, in the hopes of fostering a more positive culture at the core of Blizzard games. There is even an additional Korean specific event that we know nothing about, other than it will be nearer to the end of the year. So even though we don't know what these features will be, I have a few of my own ideas and I'd love to hear your opinions on this as well. What do you think Blizzard could add to help? First off, I think positive reinforcement is always a good thing when it comes to player interactions, and to me it's almost a necessity when you're dealing with communities on the scale that Blizzard has. Even though the vast majority are positive and awesome people, they are often overshadowed by the negative side, which without anything to push back will eventually take over a community and its reputation. This is not good for any of us. So my initial thoughts after hearing this was the opposite of a reporting system. A new system where you actually highlight positive experiences, helpful teammates, good communication, and generally those people in games that made your experience better. And just like reports, Blizzard takes actions on these, hopefully with feedback from Blizzard when someone you highlighted receives a reward. I'm not sure how hard this is to implement, but it feels like a great way to find those who deserve rewards and has a lot of potential other systems that could be built onto it. From initial rewards, these could be gold or loot boxes, to more aesthetic changes, perhaps they get special borders, icons, sprays, etc. Something that indicates they have been rewarded as positive members of the community, with a status that has to be earned and can be taken away if those attitudes were to change. The next idea I have is the opposite side of this, rewarding those who use the positive features, many of which already exist, using the upvoting systems, staying with groups, not leaving games, and whatever else Blizzard eventually add. These two combined I would hope would go some way to promoting the behaviours we want to see, rather than just punishing negative ones. As a third system, I think one that publicly reflects how you sit amongst all of these. A potential community rating. Doesn't have to be a number, but a way of showing how positive you have been to the community, highlighting those who have a tendency to break the rules and those who are good teammates and use the social features. These are my initial ideas, and I'm aware these basic frameworks are open to abuse, but that doesn't mean they aren't worth trying. Depending on how well they are received, matchmaking and more gameplay specific changes could be used. I'm pretty sure Blizzard has a large enough player base to see no issues here. I certainly would wait a little longer between games if it means I won't be getting queued with highly negative players. But these are just my thoughts. What do you think of these ideas? If you haven't already, I encourage you to go watch Jeff's video, which I've put in the description below. Thanks for watching this video. Please like if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you like what we do, and hit the bell for notifications as new content goes live. Until next time, I've been Dante, thanks for watching.